Alright, next we're going to be talking about the new Julian Casablanca album with his other band, the Voidz.
Dude, I love the yeahs.
Dude, great.
I can't believe Julius Casablancas and Damon Albarn left the yeahs. That was such a good collective.
It's kind of a dumb decision.
Yeah. So Julius Casablanca is frontman of the Strokes.
As you all know, I'm
There's
sure.
There's not more to say about that. Just Strokes innovated, or not infamous, well-regarded, well-known, innovative rock band of the mid-2000s, or not mid-2000s,
early 2000s.
Established a lot of the modern alternative rock scene.
They were a true classic. They had a lot of really good stuff, but as the years went on, they kind of lost a little bit of that. I think they kind of lost their sound for a little while, especially with things like the Come Down Machine, or where there's like an Xbox on a shelf, and the members of the Strokes are like poking at it, trying to get it to fall off the shelf so they can play Xbox. They were grounded, and now they're just trying to get their Xbox back.
And then their EP, Future Past Present, or Present Future.
It's Future Present Past or something. I don't know.
Which just kind of overall. And Julius Casablancas started Julius Casablancas and the Voidz, now called the Voidz.
He's finally fully assimilated.
Albarn Hammer Jr., the lead guitarist of the Strokes, doing solo work, which we reviewed a couple weeks ago. His latest record, Francis Trouble, which one of our biggest complaints is that it's trying to like a Strokes album. Which is it's like a good thing and a bad thing. It was like an easy to digest record. It was like 30 minutes. Didn't have much like fat to it.
We got the most flack about that video on YouTube.
It's just like we
give it sevens, people. Come on.
It's just like it was a fine project. Like there isn't.
It's fine. It's
fine.
Just fine.
It's like it's just an easy to digest, simple project. Sounds like Strokes. Nothing more to say. Muted Beatings is like one of the lone moments in that project that's just like something more than that, like
top notch,
but like he doesn't really build upon it that much. And whereas Julius Casablancas on the first album that he did with the Voidz, it's not coming to my mind, Tyranny
from 2014,
that I enjoyed it. It was a little bit too hard to access. Not that that's a bad thing by any means.
We listened to a lot of like inaccessible music.
Yeah. But it wasn't a Strokes project, which I'm complimenting, because like it was hard to access. It was a different sound. He was trying something new, trying something different, and I felt like overall it was just kind of a little bloated, and that's what really killed it for me. And overall on this new project, it sounds like moments sound like Strokes songs, but they're a little bit more distorted, except for Leaving in My Dreams. That's just a pure Strokes track.
Let's clear the air real quick. I've been hearing a lot of people say that this is basically a Strokes album. This is not a Strokes album. At its core, this is not a Strokes album. I can't say that enough.
I think
there are moments that are Strokes moments, but it's not a Strokes album.
Because I think Leaving in My Dreams is the closest that we get to a Strokes track, but moments like Wink is very similar to Strokes, but it's like Strokes.
It's got the same Strokes heart and soul.
Which I think it works in its benefit, because I feel like it's a breath of fresh air when they kind of do it. I like how there's moments that are more Strokes tracks, there's more moments that are like Voidz, more inaccessible. Immediately, best example of this, Leave My Dreams going to Curious and Pyramid of Bones going back into Permanent High School. You got an opening with a Strokes vibe, to Voidz tracks, and then Permanent High School is very similar to the Strokes.
It's lame. Thank you.
But overall, my biggest problem, and I think this album is not hard to access as their last one. There's moments that I really love. I love Curious to death. I think I think Curious is a very good follow up to Leaving My Dreams, because Leaving My Dreams, when I heard the single like a couple months ago, I was unsure how I felt about it, but going from that track to Curious, just like it's like okay, this is gonna be kind of like a nice chill album, and then you get a Curious, it's like it's just like what
Curious is great.
It's fucking fantastic. I love Wink, even though it's one of the more Strokes centered atmosphere.
Just because it's got Strokes,
no, I don't.
Strokes' heart doesn't make it bad. Just to clarify to everybody, there's some of my favorite parts on here. I liked Leave It in My Dreams quite a bit. I liked Wink quite a bit, but that doesn't mean I can't also enjoy tracks like Curious or Alien Nation.
Alien Nation's amazing.
I liked Alien. I thought you would hate that track, but I liked it a lot.
Moments like ALieNNatioN and when we were
where we were.
Yeah, I can't read.
Stupid. Thanks, guys.
No, but like I like that track because okay, I'm not gonna say it again because it's too much of a tongue twister. But it makes me like want to punch shit. Like it's fantastic because of that. It's like it goes for like a particular mood. And, like, it's, like, you know, I say shit, like, I think last week I said, like, to Lana Del Rey's record, I said, like, this album should make me, like, want to sacrifice a goat. But in the end, I'm, like, taking a nap. This track, its, like, goal was to have me, like, punch shit. And it succeeded.
I took a nap.
It made me want to punch it. It's so jagged. It's so all over the place. It's so strange and weirdly rhythmic. I really enjoy it. But, like, everything that comes before this, like, the 5 tracks before this, are just kind of boring. This is my main problem with the album. Leave It in My Dreams, Curious, Pyramid of Bones, which I personally like, Permanent High School, which I think is okay, ALieNNatioN, which is great. One of the ones, all the words are made up, Think Before You Drink, I actually like it in a weird context.
Okay.
I just like how they kind of remastered this previous song and did something new with it. Wink, which is great. My Friend the Walls, Pink Ocean, Black Hole, and Lazy Boy. Not necessarily bad.
One of those is bad,
but it's just
Black Hole sucks.
It's just like this album's like 58 minutes. It's almost an hour.
There could have been some fat trims.
This could have been like 40 minutes, and it would have been like, honestly, this could have been like the same length as like Albert Hammond Jr.'s last project, a nice 30 minutes.
Very
I think
easily,
it would have just been fucking amazing. It would have been the perfect amount of easy to digest and also like insane and out there. But instead, like, those 4 tracks just kill the vibe for me, and it doesn't even get into where we were. And Pointlessness, which this album gets back on track. Pointlessness is a slower closer, and it's hard to appreciate after you go through so much of the fat. I think
some of these ending tracks, they almost like had this this is where your train's chugging, right?
Mm-hmm. Choo-choo.
Curious is just it's off the rails. It's the Rockport Unlimited. It doesn't even ride on the tracks anymore. It just goes wherever it wants. It is a train that's completely autonomous. It just goes wherever. But then like we get to like we're at Wink, right? We're climbing up this. Here we are. Leave It in My Dreams. We're at the bottom of the hill, and then we're going, and then we get to ALieNNs, and we're still going.
ALieNNs, yeah, that's my favorite.
We hit the top of Wink, right? You can't even see my hand on the screen anymore. And then here's My Friend the Walls. It's rock bottom. And when SpongeBob falls down into rock bottom, and then we're here. And Pink Ocean's like a Pink Floyd track that just kind of like goes. Which I liked Pink Ocean. Like Black Hole is like it's even rocker bottomer. And Lazy Boy's okay, but then like We're Where We Were is just whoosh, back up again in the stratosphere, but not like the stuff. And then Pointlessness is just like way back down again. It reminds me a lot of, dare I say it, Kendrick Lamar's Damn. It's not spaced very well towards the end there. I think the first half of this album, like Leave It in My Dreams to Wink, I think is all fine and dandy, paced really well. I liked it. Towards the end there, we just started to get like, you almost like put on the brake of this wild train. And putting on the brake is good, but going from a track like Wink, which is upbeat and fun, all the way down to My Friend the Walls, and pulling it back till it's like borderline I'm falling asleep while driving. Like, you know, it's just not. I don't think that's good space. I don't think that's good pacing at all.
Yeah, it's not.
And I think that Pink Ocean and Lazy Boy are decent tracks.
They're like the whole entire
like
section
them.
that I'm complaining about. I don't think any of it's bad. I just think it's just
a black hole. That one sucks.
I think it's just too much. I just think it's just like they're like we gotta make an hour record, and I'm just sitting here listening to it, and just like no. Like,
I could have lived my life without hearing any of those
tracks. It's just like they had this like really fat pig. Gotta make a metaphor here.
We always make metaphors.
Here, I'm gonna make a metaphor. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say it. They had a really fat pig, and it was on its last leg. You know, it was like
it only had one leg left.
No, the doctor's
There's
like
only
pig,
one leg left.
I hate you. Doctor's telling this pig, it's like you gotta lose some weight or you're gonna die, and the pig just didn't lose any weight.
And then it died.
The album emotionally died for me until where the fuck it's called, Tongue Twister, the track.
Where we were.
And then Pointlessness is okay. No, it's good. I think I appreciate it more when I listen to it out of context of this. And I think I will appreciate it more.
It's kind of a downer of an ending, I think, especially coming from a lot of like really upbeat, fun tracks. Personally.
Yeah, so really what this album should have been, it should have been Curious, but just like on loop.
I liked Curious a lot, actually.
Curious is like the best. Curious pound the best track on this album.
It's a lot of. I seriously thought you'd hate ALieNNatioN and Curiousness. I thought you would have called me an idiot for liking
Curious.
them.
I've been blaring that track for fucking months. I love that track. I just love Julian's Casablancas just vocals on it. Just like
it's oblivious from future, present, past.
Just fucking screaming random shit. Do I understand what he's saying? No.
It's too distorted. It doesn't make any sense.
Is it fun as fuck? Yeah. Like,
let's find out what he says.
He's probably like, I ate the Taliban. I ate Taliban. That's what it's gotta be, right? That's what it is. What are the actual lyrics?
I don't know.
And off track, hot dress, even this and this and this.
Oh.
I think is it getting off the west side, getting all day on the roof on the west side?
I guess so.
That's lame. I just thought it was. I thought that's what he was saying. I thought they should just make scatting.
I liked it.
But yeah, like I do appreciate a lot of songwriting. I think a lot of the songwriting on this project comes from like Julius Casablancas' heart. But I think it gives me the idea that like all the members of the Strokes are like permanently in high school and are permanently stuck in teenage angst. Like permanent high school, obvious example of that. That's pretty much what the tracks involve, almost constantly getting this feeling of teenage angst. But like Leave It in My Dreams gives me that feel as well. And like moments like Wink, and like moments like ALieNNatioN and Curious, and I would say All Words Are Made Up don't give me that feeling. I feel like it's more political, more jagged, more thought-provoking. But like Leave It in My Dreams, My Friend the Walls, and I don't know, Wink give me that feel of just like all the members of the Strokes are like stuck in high school.
They are. They're going to prom next week.
That's all Albarn Hammer Jr. was. It was just like pure teenage angst. Like even though he's like in his 30s, it's just like. And it worked for him. Sure. I think it worked, and it was easy to digest. But I think this is kind of weird that we're seeing that because, like I think it kind of contrasts from like the subject matter. But I think as a whole, it works.
I think almost every single song on this project was a completely different stylistic choice.
Yeah.
There's some like Andrew WK's last album, for example. You listen to one track and you've heard them all.
Yeah.
But this one like. If you listen to one track, you've listened to one out of the 15 tracks. There's never like a repeating moment.
I think this album is almost kind of like a Rubik's Cube. Like I don't think I understand it fully, and I feel like I'm missing some stuff. Like I've given this a couple listens. I've given this like 3 listens, and I still don't think I understand everything, all the stylistic choices, but I know they're there. It's not, unlike Jack White's last project where like I didn't understand the stylistic choices, but there were none there. Like it was just kind of random. He was just kind of like shitting, like and throwing random pieces of shit on the wall and seeing what stick. But this, I think they're trying out different things, and like some of them are not nailing, but like a majority of them do, and the ones that don't, it's like
it's forgivable.
elements,
I think.
And it's just
not the entire track, and it doesn't kill the entire album.
I just don't like. In the end, I just don't know what to rate this thing because I'm confused on like if I understand this project as a whole.
I'm giving it an 8.
I want to give it an 8.4 because I liked it more than Doom, and I think it's more wholesome as Doom. It's just that it has some blander moments.
You liked it more than Doom?
Yeah, I liked it more because I think there's more here than Doom. And Pointlessness is an ending. Julius Casablancas, I can hear him the entire time. It's just like Black Hole, which you thought was like one of the worst moments. I thought it was just meh. I just think the middle part's just kind of meh. But like moments like Leaving in My Dreams, Curious, ALieNNatioN. I personally even like Permanent High School. Weak,
That one's alright.
Where We Were, Pointlessness, and Think Before You Drink. I like in a weird sense, and the words that are made up. Like there's moments I will definitely go back to. And again, I don't think I understand everything, so I'm gonna give this an 8.5. I know what did I just say?
I don't remember.
Did I say 8.4 and 8.5? I'm gonna give it 8. I'm gonna 8.5 out of 10. I think that's it. We probably should have came up with scores before we did the reboot. I think it was just so.
I like doing them on the spot. It's exciting.
But yeah, like problems. I think this is like it's just too long for its own good. Like I think a good 10 minutes or so could have been cut. Moments like Black Hole and Black Hole and Pink Flamingo. That's not what it's called. Should have been like cut.
Cool.
This is like the whole entire parts of the third act should have just been cut. Just trim it down a bit. Even if you want to trim it down to like a certain extent, I think this would have been like a really fun record if it was only like 30 minutes. If there wasn't too much fat to it. I think what I like about it is again there's more strokes as tracks, but they counteract the Voidz tracks that are hard to access or strange or out there, but they combined in a weird form that like you don't know what to expect. And I don't think I know everything about this project. I want to give it more listens. There's stuff I appreciate. I like Julian Casablancas as a vocalist, as a lyricist, and I want to listen to this album more. I want to listen to Curious like 1,500 more times because
That's a good song.
But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't think I have anything else to say about this album. It's good. Check it out.
Cool. I'm still giving it an 8 because I don't know, I really enjoyed it. It took me on a wild ride, and even the issues that I had with it aren't super glaring issues. They're not going to kill the mood of the album for me. They're not going to kill my love for the tracks that I really enjoyed on here. So I will probably have to give it a couple more listens as well, because I do think that I'm also missing things here. But for what it's worth, it ended up being a really cool, fun album.
Okay.
Not what I was expecting.